Hello everyone. So this is an announcement for all those who ever attended a Nature's Medicine retreat, and I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being such amazing people, and the times that we've shared at the Octagon are amongst the most valued in my entire life experience being a human being in this lifetime. No doubt about it. I've so loved being with you all and helping you on your journeys, being there for you when you needed me to be, and leaving you alone when you needed to be left alone, which I always thought was a very important part of any retreat, actually. Leaving you alone, doing your own thing, very much so. So I'm here to make an announcement, and the announcement is the very last ever Nature's Medicine retreat took place in 2024 in May, and there will be no other. That is it. My wonderful journey with the Octagon is now over. It was an incredibly hard choice to make, like all the really magnificent choices in life, because I knew when I was making this choice that there would be so much that I would miss, and that's how it is. It's time. And so what I've discovered is when one door closes, another door opens, and you can now see, as I stand in the middle of the road, you can see the sea ahead, which is a beautiful metaphor for what I'm talking about. This literally is life. A door closes, another door opens. And only yesterday I've been in conversation with someone, and this may well lead to new exciting things, particularly in this subject in the area of sex magic. However, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I will continue to be providing a private one-to-one retreat service for people for whom that is the appropriate choice, and I've actually got someone booked in already for one of those, and that will take place in Somerset. And when I find the appropriate venue, I will as well be hosting retreats in that new venue. And I think the main thing I want to share with you is that I became aware that I was devoting so much of my time and energy to these retreats, even though they've only been a couple of years in recent times. So much of my time and energy goes into all the thinking and the planning and the organisation and the tuning in and the allowing new insights to arise. So from my perspective, if there's a retreat happening, there's really months of work for me, and that's absolutely fine, because this is a thing I love to do more than anything else. Then there's the actual retreat itself and all the preparations, all the films I send in afterwards, aftercare for those who need it, and to be left alone for those. This is the right approach. So what I'm saying is, I'm open to a new venue appearing, and it will be in my locality, because what I realise is that it's been very difficult for me to make friends where I live in Somerset, because I've spent so much of my time and energy focused elsewhere. So that's a really big change that's happening for me, which I'm very happy about indeed, although it was a very wobbly series of weeks to get me to that point where I realised that yes, this is the appropriate choice for me here now in 2024. And I have discovered that there's a great power in closing doors. It does allow new ones to open that otherwise just will not open. And this applies to relationships, it applies to work, it applies to career, it applies to spirituality. In fact, that's another one I'm going to give you. I was an attender at the Society of Friends for 8 years, what is known by outsiders as the Quakers. And I very much appreciated that. One of the main features was meeting in a group of people for an hour in silence. So that's where I learnt my love of silence, really, was with the Society of Friends. However, that door, very abruptly and surprisingly, was closed to me at a certain point. And it was like, oh, what happens now? Well, the very next door that opened after that one closed the door of shamanism. So it just goes to show that whenever you have a door that closes that you might be particularly attached to, my only advice to you is to embrace the change, be the change, and see what happens next. So this is Charmouth Beach in the south coast of England in the 29th of July 2024, and us here in England are having the most delightfully wonderful weather. And that's the thing about the English, when we get 27 degrees, well, you tell a lot about the people. They either freak out and can't cope because it's all too much, or they absolutely love it. And this is certainly one of the destinations for those who love it. So all the love to you. Please like, comment, subscribe, activate notifications, all that stuff I've never bothered to ask you to do, and someone did recently make a comment. You have very few comments on your films. I said, oh, that's because I don't instruct people to like, comment, subscribe, activate notifications. It always seems such a presumptuous thing to do. You'll do that if you feel like it, won't you? But just like every YouTuber does it, and I don't. So here we are. It's my second film in a long, long time where I bothered to actually make that statement. And whether you do or whether you don't, all the love to you.